Hollywood. That's gooey ballyhooly Hollywood, where any office boy or young mechanic can be a panic with just a good-looking pan.
And any shop girl can be a top girl if she keeps the time.
Hello, Hollywood, and welcome to today's Walk of Fame ceremony. A special shout out to our fans who are watching the live video stream courtesy of our media partner Variety. I'm LaRon Gubler, President and CEO of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, which is presenting today's program. Today, we are dedicating the 2,620th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame to actress Debra Messing. So let me tell you just a little about her, and feel free to cheer for anything that you hear that you like. Debra Messing is a native of Rhode Island. She attended Brandeis University and then received her Master's of Fine Arts degree from NYU. After school, she went to Seattle and performed in The Importance of Being Earnest. She was later cast as an understudy in 4 Dogs and a Bone. And after that, she was cast for 3 episodes as Gail O'Grady's sister on LAPD Blue. Her first film was A Walk in the Clouds, opposite Keanu Reeves, Anthony Quinn, and Giancarlo Giannini. Now, Debra is best known for her role on NBC's Emmy Award-winning and Golden Globe-nominated comedy, Will and Grace. And as you all know, Debra was also on an important part of NBC's 12-episode revival of Will and Grace, with the entire original creative team, which premiered just last week to rave reviews. How many of you saw it? All right. Now she recently starred in ABC's 3-hour remake of Dirty Dancing as Marjorie Houseman. In 2012 and 2013, Debra starred as Julia Houston in NBC's Smash. And for those of you who aren't familiar with it, that's a musical drama about the creation of a new Broadway show. Debra also starred in the NBC series The Mysteries of Laura. And that was in 2014, and also that year, Debra made her Broadway debut in the Tony Award-nominated production of John Patrick Shanley's Outside Mullingar. Other theater credits include the Pulitzer Prize finalist Collected Stories and Paul Rudnick's off-Broadway play The Naked Truth. Now, Debra's film work includes, and cheer for your favorites, and if they're all your favorites, cheer for all of them. They include Along Came Polly, The Wedding Date, The Women, Nothing Like the Holidays, Hollywood Ending, and The Mothman Prophecies. Debra won a Best Featured Actress Award for her work in the 2015 indie drama Like Sunday, Like Rain. All right. Now, Debra is the Global Health Ambassador for the Population Services International, focusing on HIV/AIDS. She has traveled extensively in Africa in this role, and in 2010 testified before the House Foreign Affairs Subcommittee on Africa and Global Health back in Washington, D.C. And she was also a key speaker at the 2012 AIDS Conference. All right, other charities she supports include the Human Rights Campaign, the Joyful Heart Foundation, and Every Town for Gun Safety. She was honored with the Trevor Life Award for her contributions to the LGBT community as well. So, I think you've heard enough from me, and let's bring her up to the stage. Please help me welcome Debra Messing. Right here. All right. Now, before you get to hear from Debra, we have a few special guests who've asked to say a few words about their friend. Our first speaker today is the co-creator, executive producer of the 16-time Emmy Award-winning comedy series Will and Grace. And as I mentioned, it just premiered on NBC, but to nearly 15 million viewers, making it one of the biggest premieres of the new fall season. How about that? Please welcome Max Muchnick to the stage.
Good morning. I have spent my life surrounded by powerful, dynamic women. My grandmother, my mother, and now my daughters, and of course, the divine Debra Messing. All 5 of these ladies have had a profound effect on my capacity to love and my therapy bills, but only one of them has made it so I live in a house with a tennis court. My dear friend Debra Messing. I've known you were a star from the day I walked into your apartment on San Vicente Boulevard 20 years ago, so it feels quite right to be standing up here today. Debra, you're getting a star on the Walk of Fame. I have to admit I'm a little jealous. And when it gets right down to it, isn't that what really matters in Hollywood? Fame is nice, the star endures, but the jealousy of those around you is what will keep you warm at night. Debra Messing is many things. She is drop-dead gorgeous, a fierce political voice for social justice. She has comedy chops that rival Lucille Ball, and a smile and a laugh that deserve their own star on this Walk of Fame. Ms. Messing, you belong on this Walk of Fame. Keeping company with other comedy legends like Carol Burnett, Mary Tyler Moore, Betty White, even Kermit the Frog, and the gayest of all cartoon birds, Woody Woodpecker. I love you. I am so proud of you, and I'm honored that you let Dave and I be a part of this today. Congratulations. And don't worry, with all these devoted fans here today, you know there will be some old queen on the corner scrubbing this star for the rest of time with his toothbrush. And if he doesn't show up, I will.
Thank you, Max. Let me introduce the chairman of the board of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Jeff Zaranam. He's the owner of the Hollywood Hotel and the future Hollywood Distillery. All right. Now, our next speaker plays Lieutenant Olivia Benson on the NBC series Law & Order SVU, where she's also an executive producer and has directed multiple episodes. She won an Emmy for Outstanding Actress in a Drama, a Golden Globe Award, and earned an additional 7 Emmy nominations, 5 SAG Award nominations, and 2 Gracie Allen Awards for American Women in Radio and TV. Please welcome Walk of Famer Mariska Hargitay to the stage.
Thank you. I am ridiculously honored to be here today, ridiculously so. And when I was thinking about what to say to Debra on this magnificent occasion, I was immediately and understandably drawn to the star metaphor. I wanted to talk about how exquisitely and brightly the star of Debra's spirit shines, how much light she sheds into places of the world that so desperately need it. How vital a part Debra plays in this beautiful array of luminaries on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But I found myself, the more I thought about it, wanting just to speak simply and without metaphor, just straight up. Because these stars that we're talking about aren't up in the sky, but they are down here, and they are real, and they are with us and among us. And the most straightforward, grounded way that I know to talk about my friend Debra is, well, to talk about her as a friend. To me, pretty much 95% of friendship, possibly more, is just showing up, just being there. And Debra Messing could hold a seminar on showing up, and I would be the first one to register. We met at the Emmys. That's a fun sentence to say, we met at the Emmys. I'm going to say it again, we met at the Emmys. And we were all decked out at our gowns and with all of our feelings, and I look across and I meet this sparkly, shiny, glamorous light with the most dazzling smile of anyone I'd ever seen in my life. And yet here was this person who showed up with all her vulnerability and all her humanity, and this person that just really wanted to connect. And then we ran into each other again and again and again, and she told me that she was going to New York, and I blurted out, well, why don't you come to my friend's first birthday party in Central Park? And I have to admit, I didn't even know what the heck I was saying. I could only beyond, hey, we should get together when you're in town. And I was just trying to convey to this person that I wanted to be friends with her. Very Olivia Benson stealth. So again, I blurted it out, never thinking that she would come. And lo and behold, a week later, in Central Park, as I'm picking cake out of some kid's hair and pouring punch in the other, somebody walks up to me and says, Debra Messing is here. And I say, of course she is. Because somehow, deep down, I knew that you would show up. And it's been like that ever since. She has now been to, I believe, every single one of my son's birthday parties, who is 11. She has been there with me. She has been there for me at very happy times. She has been there with me and for me at very difficult times. She showed up to the hospital when I didn't ask her to come. She's laughed with me, which you probably heard all the way here in LA, even though we were in New York, because when Debra laughs, she laughs. She's also trusted me and been extremely vulnerable with me. And she's been an incredible friend to Joyful Heart. And I ask her every year if she can come to the Joyful Heart Gala and occasionally, do a little thing like host it. And I don't think that I've ever heard anyone say, and get the words out faster, yes, whatever you need, I'll be there, as fast as Debra does. It's like a race to her. I'm going to say yes faster than you can ask me. Yes, I'll be there. I'll be there with bells on. What do you need? And she wins every time. It's like a competition. And if you have something in your life that you yearn for with all your heart, if you believe in a cause like I do, ending sexual violence, you hope so very deeply that your friend will stand with you. And you know what it means, and you know what a profound and singular gift it is when a friend meets you like that with a wide and very open heart. And the amazing thing is that she's not just like that with individuals, but she's like that with entire communities of people. When she's committed to a cause, she is all in. Debra shows up. She has been a beautiful, fierce friend to those living with HIV/AIDS and LGBT community. She has been a fierce friend to women and men everywhere. And I'm just going to say this, Debra, you scared the scheisse out of me on Twitter. cannot tell you how deeply I admire and appreciate your fierceness, the fierceness of your conviction, and the fierceness of your commitment to humanity and to equality. So I am going to give in a little bit to the pull of the star metaphor and tell you what a bright, precious, important, beautiful, loyal, multifaceted, far-reaching, enduring light that you have been and that you are in my life and the lives of so many people. I think that's why we like stars so much. It's because they're always there, they're faithful, they're true, and they're forever. So thank you for shining the way you do for me and all of us. We love you. I'll speak for everyone.
All right, thank you, Mariska. Let me introduce a few other guests who are with us today. We have actor Eric McCormick and actress Megan Mullally and actress Sophia Bush. Thank you for being with us. So, the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce administers the Walk of Fame on behalf of the city of Los Angeles. We've been doing this now for 57 years. It's been a great honor for us. But we always have a representative from the city here in order to also give a greeting and do a presentation on behalf of Los Angeles. Our councilman for the district is unfortunately out of town. He really wanted to be here, but he has sent his Hollywood deputy, who, by the way, I can say is doing a great job helping us here in Hollywood. So please welcome Daniel Halden on behalf of Councilmember Mitch O'Farrell.
Who's happy to be here in Hollywood today? That's what I thought. So it's my privilege to be here. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Debra. I'm here on behalf of Councilmember Mitch O'Farrell of the 13th District. Here in 2017, I have the great honor of being an openly gay man, working for an openly gay elected official. We had that in 1998 when Will and Grace started, but I think it's safe to say that we have it more now. I know we have some members and allies of the LGBT community here today, too. So the Councilmember O'Farrell and myself, in addition to being part of the LGBT community, we're artists by trade. We come from an artistic background, both of us. So we're part of the arts community as well. And today I'm thinking about the fact that the arts always come first. The arts always pave the way to opening up people's hearts and minds, and we get laws and we get Supreme Court decisions and these great things that benefit all of us, but it's the arts that come first, because when you spend time with Will and Grace and Jack and Karen every Thursday night, and 12 times more you get to spend it now after last week, you know, you spend time with these wonderful characters and you laugh with them and you cry with them, and you realize that there is so much more that we all have in common than that separates us. So I'm thinking of that today, and I don't think that there is a person or a star on the Walk of Fame that really embodies that more than you, Debra Messing. I just want to, on behalf of all fans of Will and Grace, on behalf of the city of Los Angeles, I want to thank you not just for being a great actress and your talents in acting, but for bringing so much more, so much joy. You go through the list of the causes that Debra Messing has supported, and it is like a laundry list of all things that are good and all things that we need right now. So on behalf of all of us, I'll piggyback on what everybody said, and I want to congratulate you. You are an angel in the City of Angels, and we're very delighted to welcome you to the Walk of Fame. So with that, on behalf of Councilmember Mitch O'Farrell, Mayor Eric Garcetti, the whole city of Los Angeles, we don't come to these things empty-handed, and when it's really, really a big day, we make sure we get them framed. So I want to present to you this official resolution as voted in today by the City Council, congratulating you on your star on the Walk of Fame. Congratulations.
All right, thank you, Dan. One additional introduction, we have actress Connie Britton here. Welcome. Well, Debra, it's time for you to speak, but just by way of final introduction, let me just say that it's our privilege to declare this Debra Messing Day in Hollywood. Congratulations.
Thank you to the Walk of Fame and the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce for this honor. To be honest, I never dared to dream that this moment would come. I'm sure, however, that my mom did. I surpassed my dreams long ago and have tried to live every day in gratitude for a life full of profound creative collaborations and loving friendships. I see many of the people here today who graced me with their gifts and their kindness. My family, my precious son, Roman, who is my heart. So I'm overwhelmed, humbled, and very emotional. I think back to when my parents brought my brother and me to Hollywood for the first time. Of course, we went to Universal Studios and Grauman's Chinese Theater. The Wizard of Oz was my favorite movie, and I couldn't believe that I was able to put my hand in Judy Garland's handprint. It felt like I had touched her. I smiled all the way back to Rhode Island, where my brother and I played Gilligan's Island in the forest behind our house. I always played Ginger, because I knew someday I would be a natural redhead. I wanted to be an actress. I dreamt of going to New York and performing on Broadway, while most people humored me, relegating my dream to a childhood hobby. My mom never questioned that I would fulfill my dream. She bought me a little pink plaque from the Hallmark store that read, "Reach for the stars and settle for the moon." It was corny, but it hung on my bedroom wall and I looked at it every day. Her belief in me carried me through drama club, college, London study abroad, and the doubling down of graduate acting school. My dad, the pragmatist, worried, but still paid for drama club, college, studying abroad in London, and graduate acting school. It was the mid-1990s, and Mad About You and Cheers were my favorite shows. I graduated and declared that I wanted to star in an NBC sitcom directed by Jimmy Burrows. To which my mom replied, "Someone's got to do it, why not you?" And when I walked into Jimmy's house to audition for the part of Grace, I thought, so this is what the moon looks like. And so it was. And it was one of the highlights of my life. And now, by some miracle, I get to have a once-in-a-lifetime experience twice. Thank you for this monumental honor. It will take some time to process. But in the meantime, I will continue my journey as a storyteller with pride and purpose. Thank you.
Well, Debra, it's time to unveil your star. We'll ask all of our speakers to join us at the star. gentlemen, we proudly welcome to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Debra Messing.
Yes, right here.
Feel that? Straight ahead.
Right by the pole.
And turn to the left.
And to the right, guys. Look up, look up.
Straight ahead.
Right here, right here, right here. And right down here, please. And right by the pole, right over here. And right over here.
And right.
And give me a little love. Right by the pole, right by the pole. Can we get her to put her hands
And you got her straight ahead one time, Bill. And get out of the way.
What do you want? Say do whatever you say.
Oh my God.
I love it.
We're all crying.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Anna, what's your arm, please? Debra? Debra, look me down here, please. Debra, behind the pole. Behind the three of them. And right over this way, please.
Guys, right in front of you.
Right in front of you. Let's turn and do it right.
And right behind the pole, right over this way. And right over here behind the pole. You're going to the bedroom. Face us.
Right here, you guys. Right here.
Guys, can we turn
In the
this?
corner.
There we go.
Let's go to center.
Yes, right here.
And guys, right here, please. Right down here, please. Debra, right down here.
In the left corner.
Everybody, one down here, please. One head, please. Okay. Thank you. Yes, Mariska.
Just the two ladies.
What are we doing?
Hang on, we're doing Debra first.
Okay, good. Debra, I'm done.
Yeah. Glamour.
Glamorous.
Release your inner mermaid.
Glamour.
Release your inner mermaid.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
And Debra, just starting right here, please.
Debra in the corner.
And Debra, just starting right here by the pole, please. Wow, that's a movie star picture. Debra, you're right. Debra, right down. And Debra, right down here, please. Debra, right down. Debra, right.
Debra in the corner.
Debra, we need it on this side. Debra, right down here, please. Straight ahead, Debra. And Debra, by the pole, please. One more. Debra, one more. Debra, give us Debra, can we get one back to the right, please? Debra, give us a wait. And Debra, one right here. And Debra, right down in the corner. Debra, one down here, please.
Debra in the corner.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Get you both looking right this way. Debra. Everybody, you guys look up. Debra, right down here, please.
Yeah, right here.
It's messy. Can you take your shades off? And Debra? Debra, you guys are
That's lovely.
Debra in the corner. Debra in the corner.
And Debra, over here to the right, please. Oh, you guys look up right here.
In the corner.
Just one more time.
Debra, Debra.
And Debra, nice two shot. Look right over this way. Both of you looking right there. Together.
Debra, you stand your start. I'll stand behind you. They're not getting it. Are you supposed to go down? I'm going to be. I tried to let my dress. You ready?
please. Right here, please.
Anna, come in straight ahead.
Step right here. And ladies, one here to the right, please. Straight ahead, please. To the left. Ladies, right here.
Debra, straight ahead.
That's center.
In the left corner.
Let's go, right here. Jeff.
In the left corner.
One more solo, standing. Standing solo. Debra, by yourself, standing.
Standing.
Sorry.
All right, let's go. A lot earlier. We should be doing an 8 in front. We're trying that for years and years. We finally put it together and look at stuff.
Sometime in the future.
Right here, hey camera.
Aren't you hot? It's going to explode in a second. Guys in the corner! In the corner! In the corner!
There we go. Dead center. All the way to the right. Debra, dead center. Dead center. Debra, you center of the slide. Guys, right down here, please. Right down here, please.
Down to the right, to the right.
Dead center. Dead center. One down here, please. Right down here. Guys, dead center.
Guys to the left!
All right, here we go.
Guys to the left! To the left!
So, Debra, by your side.
Bob, Debra.
You guys, right in the center. Right in the center here. Bob, right in the center. Deb, right here. Deb.
And up, over here to the right, please. Right down here.
And here in the center.